Going on, everybody? EnteRChazmaN here, and if you cannot tell, we just finished the game Marvel Spider-Man 2 last night. That was pretty fun. Nice long stream. Um, Something I was tempted to not touch is Alan Wake 2. If you don't know, I'm a huge Remedy fan. If you look on the channel, I've streamed, Alan Wake, streamed Alan Wake American Nightmare, played some Control. I think I actually did a video on Control. I may have early on the channel, I may have. But yeah, if you can't tell, I love Remedy. I love kind of spooky games. And with it being kind of it's October, 29th right now. So we're vastly approaching Halloween. So it is most definitely in the middle of spooky season. Now, the main reason why I was tempted to not start this game just yet, seeing as how it came out, well, it's been out for about 2 days now. But I'm getting ready to go on vacation in the next few days. So I was very much in the mindset of being tempted to wait on playing this game until after vacation, which means I wouldn't have played this game until like the 8th or something, 7th or the 8th. And I'm just not, I don't want to wait that long. Like, even if I start the game, I'll finish it when I come back. But yeah, essentially I didn't want to miss out on like putting up having some holiday oriented content, some Halloween oriented content, I should say. And so I'm like, you know what, I'll start this game. If I don't finish it, I'll finish it when I get back. I would rather just be able to continuously play, but I at least wanted to start experiencing the game in some way. So yeah, so that's it. Gonna play this game. We'll see how much I can squeeze in before vacation, but yeah. Once again, this is probably the most excited I am for a game this year. And this has been a great year with many other games. And I'll be honest, this one I wasn't terribly excited for at first, but it's been one of those things where throughout the year it's been ramping up. I've been slightly ever more excited every day that goes by. They did kind of turn me off with the whole no physical release for this game. It's only digital, but I mean, whatever. Do what you got to do, I guess. But anyways, again, super excited. If you guys want, I'll try and point out any callbacks to the previous games or callbacks to anything else if I can. I'm sure there'll be stuff I miss, so forgive me. I'm not the most knowledgeable Remedy fan. Like, I'm a big fan, but I'm sure there's people that know a lot more than me. So yeah. So what do you say we go ahead and dive on in? Let me start checking some audio. My audio is good. Game audio is good. We got chat up. I think we're all good. Now, I also will say, forgive me, there may be some hiccups in terms of the setup here. I am playing on a PC, and I have a feeling my settings are going to be drastically out of date. So, playing with controller, so let's go ahead. So I should say, sorry about if there's an odd cut there while you guys get ready to watch. I was having an immense amount of trouble in terms of the setup for this game. It's just throwing my recording software all out of whack. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to re-upload. It's going to be me playing.
To the beginning.
It's not exactly going to be live. I'm just going to re-upload my Let's Play.
Looking for an answer.
I can already tell that my computer's not going to work with me here on this story. So we're going to dive in this way and see if the experience is any better.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
look around.
Can you hear me?
Whoa. What's wrong with you?
Come on then. We should go.
Already gone.
Ah! Spooky.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. What the fuck?
Ew. Big letters. Matthew Peretta.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
Sam Lake, James
I'm good, Mom.
McCaffrey,
How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought.
Gavanker's
I'm
in
sorry
here.
I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Who's
Just
Janina Gavanker
Work
again?
stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
Janina Gavanker.
I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with
I know
me.
her. She's the Star Wars lady.
I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Max Payne. It's Max Payne himself.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
Sam Lake.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Sam Lake. Can't tell Sam Lake writes a lot of the stuff.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Burn 1. Invitation. Get to the crime scene, find the deputies.
Worth memorizing.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back.
Could be our deputy.
Nightmare territory. Can I go in any direction I want to?
I'm not done here yet.
Nope.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Federal Bureau of Control.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
If you can't tell, things are already odd here. Because
Were there any witnesses?
Alex Casey is the
Couple out of
main
town.
protagonist of
wonder
the
what they were
story,
doing, sneaking
or of
around
the
the
book
woods
series
at
that
night.
Alan Wake in the game has written. So already there's an odd thing here.
Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took him back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Better outlays.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Logan's charm. Can I pull my gun out? Oh well. Alright, let's keep going.
I need to think through the facts of the case. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
This is cool.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. You move around. You can use this to zoom in. You can now move the cursor. Now for you to navigate by pressing B. Internal dissemination only. Cauldron Lake murders. Confidential. The Cauldron Lake murders. Victims. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds. Wendy Davis, teacher. Percy Wolf, store owner. All bodies experience bloating. Murder method, slight difference in murders, bloating only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Exposure to water, post-mortem. Killer profile, post-mortem, tattooing of the body. Murder targets have no commonality, common traits. Butchery technique.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Rampage at the rental cabins.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror peep.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here. Welcome back, Anderson.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Not creepy at all. 2 triangles down.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Triangles down sideways, 2 triangles down on the side of each other, 2 up. One's up, is it? It's next to each other. How do I know which one's first? Oh, there's multiple. Not quite sure how to know which ones are which. There's a hefty amount of them in there. Alright, I'll come back here.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation. Nice talking to you, too. Need the key.
Now, this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Doesn't make sense. Think, Saga. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked the deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display? Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well,
For Nightingale.
until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Nightingale, you douche. You didn't deserve this.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Missing one more piece of evidence somewhere. Oh, I see. Follow the steps. Wash hands, fridge, take a nap.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Wash hands, fridge, take a nap. So, left to right, inside, up, down.
You can trust me. I've been doing some deep research online, and I know how to keep confidential
Inside,
matters confidential.
left to right.
Look, I get that the UFO thing was a joke, but you're probably trained to joke about it, right? To deflect, hide the truth from the average Joe.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Inside. Oh, but I've got to wash hands, chicken, and nap. Inside, up, down. Inside, up, down, left, to right. Inside, up, down.
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Inside. Take the chicken out. Up, down. Got the wrong up, down. We're down, up. Yay. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Something.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Think. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Using her intuition, Sire can discover new clues by profiling people of interest.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was a page
Casey knows
they
what's
found.
up.
The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. This mug always cheers me up. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic. If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softie Casey is. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
words close to my chest now.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do... what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
You made it back.
Deciding
Good.
what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
There's another lunchbox. Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
That concludes our debate.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded, but I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain!
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain!
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No!
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they have one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans.
No.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Hello, how are you?
How are you? That sounded snarky.
So sleepy. Just a few more days. Just a few more days.
It's not opening.
Hey, how are you doing?
Rest easy, buddy. I can't get through this.
Got their own investigation going on. Hmm.
I can't force it open.
Hi there!
Hey
Welcome back, Anderson.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How would you do that?
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float, will be the belle of the ball of this year's Deer Fest. Just a little more days.
Coffee world. Get it where you can.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
See you around.
Any interesting guests lately? Any good finds?
Zilch. But someone left a gross surprise under their bed for housekeeping?
They're nuts. That's what all that scream was about?
Hey, this is the police department. That's cool. The town is pretty much the same so far. I mean, I would assume it has to be.
Merceda won't roll over on the issues.
Was on the back of that building.
Hi.
This is not the way. This is not the right way. I have a case to get back to.
A pretty nice day to be working outside. I don't envy the guy stuck on desk duty. This is where
The passage of time is deceiving.
the days of our lives are fleeting, and they end in the end.
They end.
Oh, weird.
Tweet, tweet, my sweets. Now why'd you go and do that? Stomping around like that and scaring the poor little things. If not for the birds, I might a little cuckoo, if you will.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls.
Hello. How's it going?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Is that the dude from Quantum Break? It is. It's that actor from
Your
Quantum
deputies
Break
said you had a
and
couple
the
of
X-Men.
witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Yeah, Alex Casey.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Hey, how you doing?
The jukebox. No. I'm as big of a fan of coconut as the next person, but come on. There we go. With the lime and the coconut. Combo together, put the rope. Then you feel better. The lime and the coconut.
I feel bad for these guys. I need a tool to get this open. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Hello.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more. I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. Right. The Cult of the Tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The Cult of the Tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this Cult of the Tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Well, what happened to the previous sheriff from the first game?
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Because there was a lady from the 1st game that
right
was the
with
sheriff.
you, sir. Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
It won't open.
They locked up an innocent man. I swear I didn't do anything. They're a lying bunch of bastards. You believe me, right?
Slow down by doing that. I just wanted to see.
Agent? As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
Oh dear.
Sheriff
I'm a
Breaker wants us
tourist,
to cooperate
and it
fully.
appears that I'm lost in the woods.
I'm
We've
being
only
serious
had a
now,
tour guide also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime.
Audio's a little
But
off.
Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Freaking thermoses.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
The heck? What the heck? Is my game breaking?
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
I can't force it open. Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. Can't be opened on this side. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that? Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
That made it look worse.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Nah. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
are you touching it with your hands?
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Well, just like the first game.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Alright, so I'll tell you what, everyone, I'm going to leave my stream there for tonight. Kind of a short one, but I don't know, I at least wanted to get in a little bit. I may play some more tomorrow night. We'll see how much. I have to actually work on the podcast type stuff tomorrow night, but I think maybe around 8 o'clock, same time. So, once again, apologies for this not being live. I am going to re-upload this, and we'll see how it goes. Again, I was having lots of trouble with the recording, so. Anyways, just want to say I really enjoyed that first chapter. That was awesome. I'm very much looking forward to playing some more. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you. And I, of course, can't wait to see you on the next one. So, thank you so much. Bye, everybody.